If you've tuned into my channel for any length of time, you know that I end every video by wishing you much peace. But what do I mean by that? Well, if you've seen other videos of mine too, you also know that I love to teach through storytelling. And I think the best way to teach about peace, or what I mean by it anyway, is through a story. There was a king who wanted to understand peace. So he had a contest for someone to paint him peace. And he got thousands of submissions from all over the country. There were pictures of saints, of angels. There were pictures of nature, these serene, calm pictures. And amongst all of those pictures, there was one painting that was very different. It was a ship that was out at sea at night in this horrific storm. And it seemed to be a place of chaos. There were people who looked like they were falling about with agony on their faces. There were barrels flying over the ship. And it seemed to be just pure chaos. But amongst all of that, there was a bird sitting perched on the bow of the ship. And when the king looked into that bird's eyes, he saw a sense of stillness, a sense of inner calmness. And in that moment, the king declared that painting the winner. For that king, for me, the concept of peace is when we have a sense of inner control, regardless of what's going on around us. In the history of humanity, this is fascinating. You are the only person with unrestricted, unfiltered access to your mind. And so the question becomes, how do you control your inner world? I've worked with thousands of people from all over, from widely diverse backgrounds. But the one common factor is, I believe we all want peace. As Henry Wadsworth Longfellow once said in his poem, A Psalm of Life, our hearts, though stout and brave, still like muffled drums are beating funeral marches to the grave. In other words, we are all going to have that final moment in life. And when we do, and we crave peace, if you've ever sat with someone in hospice, in people's final moments, they're not thinking about, man, I wish I got over on so and so. Oh, I wish I got away with this. In people's final moments of life, they want peace. And we all know that we master what we practice. So if we spend our lives practicing impulsivity and being reactive, then that's what we master. But if we're all going to want that peace in that final moment, then it is important for us to spend every opportunity practicing, mastering our internal worlds. And every obstacle, every disappointment in life is an opportunity to practice internal control. I don't think it's realistic to have this concept of peace being that we all sit around a fire holding hands singing kumbaya, or that everybody thinks, feels, believes, and behaves the way we want them to. Instead, what I think is more accurate in terms of reality is that we will all encounter obstacles, and we're going to encounter a world that doesn't always meet our expectations. And it is our job to be able to find peace in the world that is, rather than demand that the outside world become what we think it should be. Every book I write, every video I do, every podcast I'm on, my goal is to help bring insight to people. My goal is to help take complex subjects and make them really accessible for everyone. My hope is to help you have the courage to face every obstacle you encounter, because I promise you, no matter what you're going through, there is a beginning, middle, and end to every emotional experience you have. My hope is that you can take the wisdom, the knowledge, everything you've gained in your life and apply it in action to your life. And now you know what I mean when I say, until next time, as always, I wish you much peace.